Hey, Dapper Vamps, I'm Benny, and welcome back. In today's video, dab rig versus electronic dab rig. Which one's better? Let's talk about it. First off, this is a dab rig. If you want my opinion, I always go for dab rig, but I'm a little wishy-washy with it, okay? I'm not going to lie. I do mess with the e-rigs a lot, too, if I'm feeling a little bit bored. They're fun to have around and play with and take dabs out of, you know what I mean? But I'd still prefer the dab rig, but in the end, I still use it a hell of a lot. I mean, look at this glass. It is fucking dirty. I haven't had the time to clean it. I still use it a lot, and I use my pivot a lot, like just for fun. Like it's like a different way to smoke altogether. Like I can just right here. This is how I hit my shit sometimes. So just for fun. But yeah, I do prefer the dab rig because you get more control on like a precise temperature wise, and you can control like how do you want your hits, how flavorful you want your hits. You can do the same with the e-rig, but they have preset temperatures. So like let's see what the temperatures are in a Puffco. So I got this from City Vaporizer. I don't know how true this is, but it says, let's see. It says right here, blue is 490, green is 510, red is 530, and white is 590. Okay. So these are the presets you get. I usually dab my e-rig on 590 now. I used to do it on 540 or like 560, but now I dab it on 590 to get the clouds and to like vape the vapor all the way through. Like at one point I did think that dabbing with a dab rig was it get me higher, but that was not the case. It's just because I vaped it all the way through. Because what I'll do with the dab rig is that I'll heat it up to like 590. No, I'll heat it up past 590. That's why my banger's so fucking uh dirty. It's all fucking sting. I'll heat it up past 590, probably to like 1,000. Then let it cool down till 590, and then hit it. And then if there's anything left in the bucket that I can see, I'll cold start it and hit it again so I can get all the vapor. And that will get me pretty high. It doesn't burn that hot, I guess. The ceramic bucket, like you can't really like vape it all the way through. But I used to think the dab rig was getting me higher because of that. That was not the case. That's why I keep using the Puffco to begin with, because if I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to get the blowtorch and like measure like the thermometer and whatever, with the blowtorch. But yeah, so I use the peak. But the problem with that is the peak is $220. This dab rig with the banger, it didn't come with this banger, it came with another one, was $25 on fat ass glass. And here's proof right here. This is it right here. So that's like if you want a solid dab rig, this is it. I know it's small. Some people may not prefer small. I like small because the smaller the rig, the more chirps you get because the less it has to go through to get to you. But yeah. And with that, I mean, I made a video already about this, about how to dab on a budget. So I don't want to go all crazy with it, but I didn't spend that much on this. This was 25. What else you need? One of these, a blowtorch, that was $12. And what else you need? I got a thermometer gun. That was $12. What else you need? A carb cap. I got it from a dispensary. No, my bad. A carb cap. I got it from a smoke shop. This was like $5 or so. Boom. That's all you need. That's all you need. That equal like $55. So that's cheaper. All right. But like that's budget stuff, man. But if you want a solid dab rig, you're gonna be spending more. And then if you're spending more, you get into territory of this guy right here, the pivot. Let me take the glass adapter off. You get into territory with the pivot. Now let me tell you that the pivot is a nice device, but it's no better than a dab rig. But it's convenient. All right, you're not gonna get the same vapor in this device as you would with a dab rig, but it's convenient, it's portable, and it's discreet, and it's cheap. It's $130. Well, that's not cheap, but if you were to get like a standard dab rig, like a good glass and a good torch and a good thermometer, you're spending around that or even more. So this comes into play. You want convenience or you want the maximum vapor? Up to you. So that wasn't a factor back then. Before the pivot came out and other dab rigs came out, the other dab rigs, my bad. That wasn't a point. Like the cheapest way was to get a dab rig, but I don't know. Puffco had their stuff coming out. I didn't know about Puffco until recently, so I don't know how much their stuff was costing. But yeah, it wasn't always like dab rig would be the most convenient and less expensive. Now you got this actually, which is it's a good product and it's gonna get the job done, and it's gonna get the job done on the go. You can't bring a glass with you to a fucking party or something. If they're like, well, you can, but if you want to be discreet, here it is. But the glass could break and everything. You can have trouble, and then um, let's say you want to share your dab, and then you show somebody that you're blow torching a fucking bucket that looks like this. They're gonna be weirded out. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, bro. Dabbing looks kind of weird, bro. Yeah, but other than that, dab rig is the way to go for me. But I do prefer e rig. So to be honest with you, like the conclusion, what I prefer makes no difference. They're both good, man. They both have their perks. They're both different. Like I said, this one holds the temperature steady for a long time for its session, and that gives you different kind of vapor. It gives you longer sessions, more hits you can get. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in conclusion, they're both good, man. It depends on what you want to do. I got reviews on the channel of this stuff. Go check them out and see what you want to do. But if you're a first time dabber and your first time dab was off of e-rig, or your first time dabber and you just want to do e-rig, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. You're gonna miss out on a glass dabber. You're gonna miss out on it. So if you get the e-rig first, I recommend going the dab rig route later on, just so you can experience it. But learn. Like I understand dabbing is weird. You gotta learn it, man. That's the thing. People are very intrigued of it. Like when I show people it, they get intrigued because some of the people that I show, they smoke a lot of flower and it doesn't do nothing to them because they've been smoking for the longest and they don't take tolerance breaks or nothing like that. But they're like, I want something that's gonna hit me. So they come to me and they be like, "Oh, is that gonna hit me harder? Is that gonna get me high? Because I have a high tolerance." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it is." But how do I learn it? They don't know. They don't know how to learn it. It's no, it's hard for them to learn it because there's a lot to it. So yeah, I understand that. So sometimes I tell them if you're near a dispensary, they have pre rolls that have concentrate in them. They're a little bit stronger than regular weed. You can try those. That's why I've been showing also like different ways to consume concentrate, like in the bong or in the resin joint or whatever, or the crumble joint that I did. You can all do that too. You don't have to do the dab rig, but if you're into dabbing and you do e rig, like I said, get a glass rig, try it out, or if your friend has one, see which one works for you. But they're both good. I'm not regretting purchasing the Peak. I use it a lot, as you can see, and the Pivot. I use it a lot, even at home. So they're both good. You can't go wrong with any of them. They're both gonna get you high, and that's what people just care about the most. They're both gonna get you high, but I feel like you would get more out of your concentrate if you really had a dab rig. I won't say one gets you higher than the other because that's not true. If you dab all the way through your dab on a dab rig, and you dab your dab all the way through on a puff coat, you're gonna get the same amount of high. It's no different. And I know that there's other earrings out there like Yokan and the Bomb that are making moves right now. Check out reviews of other YouTubers and see if those fit for you. I don't have reviews on them personally because I didn't buy them. I ain't got the type of money to be spending on stuff like that. So I just went safe and got went with Puffco on the e-rigs. And I'm not a big channel, so Bomb is not gonna send me an e-rig. At least I think they won't. But I'm not gonna buy it myself. If they send me one, I'll review it and I'll show you guys. So to help you out, in your purchase of what e-rig to buy. But if you're really considering those, go check out those reviews. I don't have a review on it, like I said, but they're both good. They both get you high. It's just one is more tedious than the other. But one is more tedious than the other, but what are you looking for? To be able to control your vape all the way through or convenience? Up to you. All right, see you guys.